in the wake of climate change and a lean rainfall season. We get more from our news reporters.
In Matabeleland South, government and its development partners have invested in excess of $5 million in irrigation revitalization projects as the country continues to climate-proof the agriculture sector amid climate change. Agriculture experts are convinced that countries like Zimbabwe that depend on agriculture as one of its economic drivers must invest in modern irrigation equipment to climate-proof commercial farming. As such, the massive investment in irrigation schemes in Matabeleland South Province by government and its development partners has been hailed as a game changer in the usually dry region. For farmers at Makwe and Masholomoshe irrigation schemes, the sight of center pivots at their schemes, which had gone idle for years, which cobbled close to $3 million dotted around the province, are at various bidding and contract awarding stages being implemented by
izilimo zethu ke sesizazilima sibile ngobuningi siphilise abalimi irrigation siphilise labalimi ema-reserve kunye nje lomhlaba wonke nje.
Cropping esizabalayo sizalima izilimo ezishiyeneyo kulaleza nesizilimo ezazingangenisa imali.
Government is climate-proofing agriculture through Pfumvutsa in Twasa at communal level and rapid rehabilitation of irrigation schemes at commercial level.
Through the new dispensation of the Second Republic that brings in the climate-proof component, we are seeing that will sail through. We are now using center pivots, using surface pipes. That means we use the only water we require to irrigate.
Green Climate Fund has also selected Midlo, Masholomoshe and Mzinyatin irrigation schemes for rehabilitation, while 15 communal irrigation schemes with a combined total of 159 hectares are being rehabilitated, adding to the 9 rehabilitated by the SEP project.
In Mashingo, Miss Eva Chigevenga is one of the 60 farmers at Mushandike irrigation scheme whose crop was being affected by flooding, with government having chipped in to rehabilitate the scheme under the smallholder irrigation revitalization program. The farmers are looking forward to improved yields.
Saka gore inototenda hurumende yakazotigadzira makanara takakwanisa kurima munda wedu zvakanaka chosaka chibage chedu chakadai.
Apart from rehabilitating the scheme, government has also supported the farmers through inputs.
Takapuwa mbeu, tikapuwa mafertilizer, tikadzara mbeu dzedu. Iye zvino tiri kudiridzira zvakanaka.
Totarisira govora kakura.
In Mashingo Province, 1,074 hectares of irrigation land has been rehabilitated, with 775 hectares being under maize.
Takakwanisa kuita rehabilitation yema irrigation schemes mu 5 of the 7 districts, namely Zaka, Bikita, Chiredzi, Mwenezi, Mashingo, Nechivi, kunze kwegutu neBikita maybe do dzisati dzanyasa kupera. Out of those districts, we managed to rehabilitate about 1,073 hectares, and of that, all of it is under crop.
In total, 2,100 hectares of grain have been put under irrigation in Mashingo Province.
Meanwhile, more than 70,000 hectares of grain crops have been put under irrigation countrywide as part of efforts to boost national food security.
Government is on a drive to enhance national strategic grain reserves in the face of El Nino, with a target to put 100,000 hectares of cereal crops under irrigation. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, Professor Obed Jiri, revealed that more than 70,000 hectares of grains have been put under irrigation to date since the beginning of the 2023-2024 cropping season.
We have about 30,000 hectares that is contracted by the private sector. We also have about 20,000 contracted by between CBZ AgroYield and AFC under the NIAPS program. We also have 5,000 currently contracted by another bank, which is again under the NIAPS program. So in total, we envisage that we will have at least 70,000 hectares under irrigation.
Professor Jiri says irrigation agriculture guarantees better yields and food security.
Most of the irrigated crop was planted in October, early November. So it's looking very good. In fact, some of it is now tasseling. So we expect that crop for maize to be physiologically mature by end of February at the latest. So the irrigated crop is looking very well.
The Second Republic is on a drive to establish new irrigation schemes, revamp non-functioning ones and to maintain existing ones as part of efforts to climate-proof agriculture to ensure food self-sufficiency. Peter Chivima, ZBC News, Harare.
And in a related report, the country's average dam levels have risen to more than 80%, guaranteeing improved water security for irrigation and domestic use.
The improved rainfall activity across the country has seen the country's dam levels rising to an average of 80% as of Friday last week. According to the Zimbabwe National Water Authority, ZINWA, the dam levels, which are however lower than the 82.6% recorded during the same period last year, will ensure the country has sufficient water for irrigation and domestic consumption.
Some of the dams that are full are Eastwolds, Brockley, Nyangombe, Kudzwe, Mwarazi, Nyadire, Nyawa, Nyambuye, and others. The fact that the rainy season is still on course, we can say the country is water secure.
Water Authority says it will continue to monitor inflows and withdrawal of water in the dams, urging farmers to have abstraction agreements with ZINWA to access water for irrigation purposes from dams. Farmers have of late been advised to embrace water harvesting in the wake of climate change. Government has already adopted climate-proofing methods that include irrigation agriculture, with major dams such as Gwai Shangani and Kunji at various stages of construction. John Nandara, ZBC News, Harare.
And on to other news, Operation Chenesa Harare entered day 11 this Monday with more than 6,000 tons of garbage having been cleared in the capital.
It is all systems go for the rehabilitation of Shurugwi-Mandamahu Highway after government availed the necessary funding, with the contractor now on site. Government says the rehabilitation of the highway is part of broader plans to improve key infrastructure in the country in line with the Second Republic's National Development Strategy 1.
As you know that we are under very punitive illegal sanctions where we cannot tap into other jurisdictions in terms of concessional facilities. But we are managing from our own resources, which is also a humble plea to the people of Zimbabwe that yes, we cannot rehabilitate each and every road, but once we start, we are continuing.
Midlands community is equally excited about the business opportunities which will be unlocked by the rehabilitation of the highway.
Shurugwi-Mandamahu Road holds significant economic prominence as an accelerator to the growth of Midlands Province GDP. It is our shortest cost and time-saving access lifeline route by road for our corporate and mining giants to the international markets through South Africa and Mozambique.
Rodi yanga yanyanya kuva inotisoropodzesa zvikuru seShurugwi. Saka toda kutenda baba edu aMnangagwa nokudzwawo zvichemo zvedu.
Tatave nematambudziko akakura, mota dzanga dzave shoma murodhi dzisingachauyi nekuno.
The Zimbabwe National Road Administration, ZINARA, took the opportunity to clarify that the recent increase in toll fees is meant to mobilize resources for the upgrade of the country's road network.
And from the 100% that ZINARA collects, 88% is channeled to road infrastructural projects.
The Second Republic has been on a massive infrastructure development drive, which has seen some of the country's major highways, including the Harare-Masvingo Beitbridge Highway, being rehabilitated. Tafara Chikomira, ZBC News, Shurugwi.
And that was in fact a report where the Second Republic's road infrastructure development is on course with the rehabilitation of the Shurugwi-Mandamabwe Highway, which connects Midlands and Masvingo provinces starting this Monday. We now go back to that report where Operation Chenesa Harare entered day 11 this Monday with more than 6,000 tons of garbage having been cleared in the capital.
The operation was taken to Glenview High Density Suburb, a hotspot for cholera cases, where piles of garbage were removed this Monday. Department of Civil Protection Chief Director Mr. Nathan Komo, who was monitoring progress in the area, said over 6,000 tons of garbage have since been cleared since the onset of the operation on the 5th of this month.
We are happy that we have made progress, tremendous progress on day 11. Now we are in Glenview 3, which is a cholera hotspot, and I'm sure you can see the surroundings that there are a lot of people who do venting, and that also speaks to the volume of dumps we have in this area.
Mr. Nkomo also said that the model is likely to be replicated in other provinces, urging local authorities countrywide to adopt the same model.
Our act, which we administer, the civil protection, says if there is anything that is threatening the well-being of our communities, we must act. If there are other areas being affected by the similar challenges, we must also move to those areas and assist, because every human being, as per our mantra, must not be left behind. No place should be left behind. We should assist all the people.
Operation Chenesa Harare has so far resulted in garbage and waste dumps being cleared in suburbs such as Mbare, Dzivarasekwa, Kuadzana, Highfield and Glenora. John Nandara, ZBC News, Harare.
Families of Cyclone Idai victims who went missing during the 2019 disaster have found some closure after their relatives were officially declared as deceased.
Life has not been the same for 19-year-old Tanatswa Zinyeruke and her mother, Mrs. Tsitsi Dinda, after her husband went missing during the Cyclone Idai disaster of 2019. There is, however, a sense of closure after government declared the missing persons as deceased, paving way for their relatives to access legal documents such as death certificates and solve inheritance issues.
Pakaitika cyclone na 2019 did vakashaya avakaita missing basa vakatonzi vakabva but kumba vanozosvika isusu kumba tachitiwo munhu uri kubasa saka pakatipo papa ndopo vasina kuzowanikwa kuti zvakafamba sei. Declaration yakanaka yaita zvakanaka nekuti pane mamwe maforms anenge achidiwa anonzi panodiwa death certificate. Saka ivo pamwe pacho vainzi hatimutori sekuti muri nherera nekuti hatina evidence yekuti death racho riripo here kana kuti hapana.
Fellow community members who also lost relatives during the disaster welcomed the move, saying they must accept the reality and move on.
Aitongofunga kuti zvakangobva zvangoperera ipapo pakufa kwakangoita vanhu zvikabva tangoti zvangotsakati.
Taindorwadziwa nguva ngenguva kuti hino zvinosvikepiwo hama yedu zveyakaenda, asi tinozwa kufara ngekuti pana nhasi hurumende yedu yatirangarira.
Taifunga kuti vamwe vachafukunurwa, vamwe vaimboti nzuzu akatorwa ngenzuzu, vamwe vaikoti asi takaona kuti hapana chakabuda, tindori netarisiro yekuti pane zvichaitika, asi tinotenda nechirongwa chazodeclarewa.
Kune maorganization anobatsira maorphans, saka kana paane madeath certificate paane evidence yekuratidza kuti mwana uyu wakadini wakashayikirwa.
Chief Muusha added his voice, saying relatives of the victims are now free to perform burial rituals.
Pamutemo zvaoneka kuti hapasisina munhu akodzera kuti achiitawo nyaradzo pamba pake, aitawo nyaradzo nemhuri yake, aitawo nyaradzo munyika kuti hapasisina petichaona uyu munhu.
The declaration, instituted through an unopposed High Court class action last week, means all the 279 victims who were listed as missing are now legally dead. About 340 people were confirmed dead when Cyclone Idai hit the country in 2019, but not all bodies were recovered after some were washed away. Tamuka Charakupa, ZBC News, Chimanimani.
Christians from various denominations this Monday gathered for a day of prayer seeking divine intervention to end the war in the Gaza Strip, which has raged on for over 100 days. We get more from our diplomatic correspondent, Josephine Mugio.
More than 3 months later since it commenced, and close to 24,000 deaths later, the war in Gaza continues to rage on. Women and children are part of the casualties of the war between Israel and Palestine, while infrastructure continues to be severely damaged. In these uncertain times, for the people of Palestine, prayers were held at the Palestinian embassy in Harare this Monday as the Christian community stands in solidarity with Gaza. Palestine's top envoy to Zimbabwe, Ambassador Tamar Al-Masri, is distressed with the situation in his home country.
Today in Zimbabwe, this prayer was sent to the Palestinians who suffer from the Israeli apartheid killing machine for 100 days and a day, for 101 days. Until now, we lost for 24,000 of martyrs, 65% of them are children and women.
Ambassador Al-Masri noted how other countries, including Zimbabwe, have shown solidarity with the Palestinian people, something which he is grateful for. According to some international media houses, in the past 24 hours, 125 Palestinians have been killed and close to 300 people were wounded, a reflection of the intensity of the war. There have been pro-Palestinian protests all over the world as various countries and organizations call for an end to this war. Those who attended the prayer day believe it is high time the war stopped.
Nyika dzose gore rinoti kunamatira Palestine. Nayo theme yavakasarudza 12 years ago inoti I beg you bear with one another in love.
Ndosaka nhasi tati semadzimai AWDP tiuye tizonamata pamwe chete navo tichichema pamwe chete navo nekuda kwekurasikirwa.
The Israel Defense Forces launched the large-scale bombardment of the Gaza Strip after an attack on Israel by Palestinian military group Hamas on the 7th of October last year. Josephine Mugio, ZBC News, Harare.
You can get more news on our website, that's at www.zbcnews.co.zw, as well as on our X platform at ZBC News Online and on Facebook. You can also visit and subscribe to our YouTube and our WhatsApp channels, that's at ZBC News Online. And here are stories still to expect in this bulletin. Government sets time frame for lithium miners to submit their plans. In sport, Chevrons prepare to face Sri Lanka in the second T20 in Colombo this Tuesday. Stay with us, we'll be back.
This is one of those big guys who will definitely live with something. Something. Yeah. Okay.
When you're thirsty for more,
this is the right choice, Zimbabwe.
At Secondary Book Press, we are in the business of unlocking knowledge from our +1 primary school textbooks to our Excel advanced level textbooks. We equip ECD to Form 6 learners for tomorrow. Grounded in the current curriculum, we help open the minds of our future citizens with easy to understand and richly illustrated content and ZIMSEC prep through seasonal examinations. Call or WhatsApp on 0712 560 870 or email us at sales@secondarybookpress.co.zw.
It's time to get stepping, because if you upgrade your DSTV subscription now, we'll step you up to an even higher package.
Respect that.
Upgrade now and step up to even more action. Step up to more football. Step up to more local drama. Step up to more fun and get more than you pay for. Upgrade now and get boosted to the next package at no extra cost. And upgrade to Step Up and get boosted.
Stay in touch without visiting a NASA office. Your time is important. That is why we value it. Simply dial 402 to access assistance from wherever you are. We encourage making use of our self-service portal on https://selfservice.nasa.org.zw, our social media handle at NASAZW, or send us an email on contactcenter@nasa.org.zw.
If you drink, be responsible.
Everybody's favorite fried chicken is closer than you think. Now you don't have to travel far for your finger-licking fix. The home of the original recipe chicken is growing and moving into your hood. Look out for our new restaurants and we'll KFC you soon.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. The media fraternity has once again been plunged into mourning after the death of seasoned journalist Hector Murombedzi. He was 53. Murombedzi died at the suburban hospital in Harare this Monday afternoon. He joined the ZBC in 1997 as a camera person before he was assigned the radio news in English desk as a sub-editor. Murombedzi then joined the reporters' pool where he was appointed Mashonaland Central Province Bureau Chief. He then retraced his footsteps to the radio news desk as sub-editor, a position he held until his death. Mourners are gathered at house number 5, 27th Crescent, Warren Park 1 in Harare. He is survived by his wife Joyce and 2 children. We now move on to business. Zimbabwe's lithium mining industry is in the process of formulating beneficiation plans ahead of the March 2024 deadline.
Sources are conversant with the matter told ZBC News that players in the lithium mining sector are meeting over government's directive to submit credible beneficiation plans. It has also emerged that some of the entities are already in the process of formulating the plans ahead of the March deadline. University of Zimbabwe Business Studies lecturer Dr. Nyashaka Seke stressed the importance of complying with the beneficiation directive.
We need to beneficiate such that we maintain employment in Zimbabwe other than exporting employment to other countries, which further refinery and benefit more. Then secondly, we need to beneficiate them such that whenever we're exporting things of a higher value, which would also improve our balance of payment as compared to exporting the raw or platinum to other countries. Then the other thing is that we also need to be increasing our own industry. And the one way of increasing industry is beneficiating the mineral products, more specifically in terms of what lithium, which is now one of the mineral which is highly demanded world over.
Government has given lithium miners up to March to submit plans for the local manufacturing of battery-grade lithium. Stanley James, ZBC News, Harare.
We'll be back with sport after these messages.
is not to simply exist, but to move ahead. To rise up and achieve. To conquer. Introducing Kung Fu Energy Drink, your push for the next conquests. Kung Fu Energy Drink. Master the power.
The Farm Shop Shamaria Hurudza promotion is back. Yebo yes, and this time we are rewarding our customers in a big way. The grand prize is a 25 horsepower tractor plus implements. Come and get NTS Macy's 10 kg hybrid or 20 of OPV. Come invest in your farming needs. 2 bags of AN and 2 bags of Compound G. Brought to you by Farm Shop Shamari Hurudza.
It's time to get stepping, because if you upgrade your DSTV subscription now, we'll step you up to an even higher package.
Respect that.
Upgrade now and step up to even more action. Step up to more football. Step up to more local drama. Step up to more fun and get more than you pay for. Upgrade now and get boosted to the next package at no extra cost. And upgrade to step up and get boosted.
Get slow down. Got so much to do from now. Do not let the fire die. Just let the fun go on.
Wildcat. Untamed energy.
The Liquor Licensing Board under the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works is now accepting renewals for the fiscal year 2024 to 2025. Remember, all applications are done online at zimeservices.pfms.gov.zw. Simply attach A. Copy of the current license, B. ZBC radio or TV license, which is available at any ZBC office nationwide, and C. Health inspection report. For a liquor license, you need the following: 1. Letter of approval by local authority. 2. Health inspection report. 3. Copy of the approved plan. 4. Evidence of right of occupation. 5. Proof of publication in the Government Gazette and in the local paper LG1. 6. Affidavit. 7. Certified ID or passport for the licensee and the manager. 8. Company resolution and CR14 form. 9. Police clearance for the licensee and the manager. For more information, contact 0242 704 571. Renew your liquor license and watch your business grow.
Time now for sport. We thank you again for staying with us. Chevron's T20 captain Sikandar Raza says Zimbabwe has learned some valuable lessons from playing the guns as they prepare to face Sri Lanka in the second T20 in Colombo this Tuesday.
Zimbabwe have been on a dismal run of late, having lost the one-day international series against Sri Lanka 2-0 and a trail 1-0 in the 3-match T20 series. The Chevrons also failed to qualify for the T20 and ODI World Cups before losing to Namibia in a bilateral series. T20 captain Sikandar Raza, however, believes that they are learning from the best in the business.
I am disappointed that as a country we have lost, but I'm not disappointed how well we have tried to defend that target. Certainly really proud of the boys, the courage they showed, the way we fielded, the way they bowled. At the end of the day, you have some of the two most experienced cricketers and some of our youngsters came against them. But the good thing is, that is the beauty of cricket, that is the beauty for Zimbabwe to play against these big nations, because this experience for Mabunu, this experience for Blessing, for Garava, for Luke, for myself, playing against Angie, some of the senior guys, it will go a long way. It will help us in development of our own game.
Zimbabwe need to force a result in Tuesday's match to keep the 3-match series alive. Lawrence Tusida, ZBC News, Harare.
We conclude sport with results of Group C AFCON matches played earlier today, where Senegal beat Gambia by 3-0, while Cameroon and Guinea drew 1-0. And after this bulletin, we give you the Group D encounter between Algeria and Angola. Enjoy the match and good night.